Huh? I haven't seen either one. I just called them. Josh.
Table
Instead
one,
of the other one,
Max
just call
Slot
me the
Power,
next one.
Okay.
and Dave Hennessy. Table one, Max Slot Power, Dave Hennessy. Come and get your scorecard.
Yeah, just
Alrighty, guys. Everything should be up and running now. Everything should be up and running, looking smooth. We should be back at it, guys. Go ahead and let everybody know that our issues should be solved. The owner was able to get a internet upgrade for the weekend, so we should be having no more issues for the rest of the duration of the event, which is exciting. We're gonna have to reshare now. I restarted everything from scratch because the Facebook kept glitching even though I had a good connection on. But now we're running solid. I haven't had a single problem. 60 FPS. And I went back to 60 since it was working. So I restarted everything so that we're back to full quality that we normally do. Oh no, it just looks jittery.
Table 10,
Because it's small.
Matthew Wittenberg and Brian Dietzenbacher. Table 10, Matthew Wittenberg, Brian Dietzenbacher.
All right, guys. So we got Brett on the hill here. Matt Crawl is at the table, though. It is only a 2-rack deficit. Let me get that score updated for you guys. Appreciate everybody's patience through the ups and downs of getting everything figured out here. We're ready to rock and roll, and then we had some internet issues. Thankfully, the owner, Gary, made a very quick decision to go ahead and call Comcast and get everything fixed and sorted out for us. So here we are, back in full quality. And Matt Crawl gets an early 9-ball there, bringing it back within one, and he's breaking. So he's got a really good opportunity here. This is rack your own alternating break format. So Matt really needs to come with a break and run here. And then that's going to go hill between him and Brett. And Brett's going to be breaking on the hill if we get that far.
Andrew 2, table 8. Andrew 2, Jenny Muhammad,
Alrighty.
table
If you
8.
guys can, do
Please
us a
get to your
favor.
tables
Go ahead and hit
start
that
your
share
match.
button. Let everybody know that we're back up and running. And then everything is running smooth. Go ahead and drop a comment for us. Let us know that things are coming through good on your side. Everything should be smooth on the video, and the audio should be crispy like normal, especially with my partner Jake Lawson in the booth with me. He's got that smooth radio voice.
Smooth, Barry White voice. Thank you very much. Yeah, important, guys. Please hit that share button. Good
That
shot
was
there by Crawl.
perfect.
Wow.
Avoided both of the balls. Lands great on the 3. Probably could use just a little bit more angle than what he does have, but still a great shot nonetheless.
Yeah, and he's got a nice lane, too, to come right up into the 4 here. Yeah, he comes through that pile just perfect. He might be going hill here, Josh.
I hope so. You were talking about how you haven't had a chance to see these players collide on the TV table, and I think a hill thriller right out the gate would be good.
Yeah, I think both of them are pretty evenly matched, so I was definitely interested to see how it would turn out here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he didn't want to get that close. but he's okay here. He's still got a shot here on the 5, but he's got to come up here in the middle of the table for the 6 ball and leave himself an angle to get back to the 7. So hopefully he didn't get too straight here on the 5. He's got a slight angle here, but he's going to hit. He's going to be hitting this probably with a touch of inside.
Players, my suggestion to you, if you go hang out in the bar area, walk back here every 10 minutes and see if you've heard your name. We are not chasing you down all day. It's not happening. Also, the dress code will be strictly enforced for tomorrow. Thank you.
It was an interesting shot there. I guess he couldn't do much with the angle, so he just elects to
Yeah,
set
he might have
himself
just
up.
not felt comfortable being on the rail like that.
Yeah, lift himself the bank here. It looks like pretty straight. I don't know if he was trying to make that. I think he was, Josh.
I thought so.
I like to say that he semi got rewarded here because even though Brett can see this shot, he's got a very thin cut on the 6 ball, and he's going to have to run this cue ball all the way down table and back up for the 7.
Yeah, he needs to let it fly. He needs to come back above the 7.
And he just missed it.
He would have left himself close to the rail down there, too.
Now he is going to leave an out here for Crawl.
Yeah, this is the elementary out from here. Fully expect him to get out. Got one of our sponsors popping in the stream, Bill Hill. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. You guys are tuning in to the Billiard Sports Network. I'm Josh Setterfield in the booth with my partner, Jake Lawson. I'm bringing you guys coverage of the McDermott Maryland State 9-Ball Championship here in Frederick, Maryland. As you guys see the logo on the screen there, we're hanging out at Champion Billiards. It's a great venue here. Plenty of tables, food's great, staff's amazing. And Crawl is looking like he is trying to make it hill for all the viewers tuning in right now. Draws back, it's perfect on the 9-ball. And he's about to put all the pressure on Brett here. Now, Brett had a chance to take this rack and close out the match on that 6. It was a tough shot, but the opportunity was there. He came close. Unfortunately, didn't get it. And now we're going to hill for that. And Brett is breaking. So he is in the driver's seat right now. Has full control of his own fate right now. Oh, I clicked the wrong one there.
Yep, if you guys are just tuning in, just refresh your stream.
They might have turned the Wi-Fi off. So Brett with a monstrous break here. Wow, we got the 1 ball down, 2, 3, 4. We got the 5 ball down as well. And the 7 ball. With perfect shape on the 2 here. This is not what you want to see your opponent do when you are Matt Crawl and you're in this situation. He's just sitting in his chair kind of smiling because he knows that this is, that he should be done 100% here. He knows it. So it's just left to Brett to execute here. I tell you what, one of the things I really love about the food here at this venue is that they have IBC root beer. And I absolutely love IBC root beer. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, me too. I particularly like it down the front of me.
So he makes the combo. He's got a long stretch shot here on the 6. I think he's got his own bridge. Looks like he might be trying to find a bridge head here. Now, we've seen a few times where people have had a pretty elementary shot and overrolled their position with the bridge. So let's see how well he's able to control his speed here. Everybody knows when a ball's close to the pocket, it can be tricky to get shape, but the bridge adds the variable here. If you haven't put in any time using the bridge and practicing a couple of those stretched out shots, it can be a little awkward. Looks like we're starting to get the viewers back in here. Keep hitting that share button for us, guys. Speaking of that, he hit it perfect. I talked all that about the bridge, and he was over there grabbing an extension. So, no, he just picked up his break cue.
Bearing a catastrophic meltdown here. Actually, he's not playing with his break cue. That's it's good that you said that. He actually is playing with the BK Rush, but the shaft is a Revo playing shaft.
Do you know why he's doing that?
Yeah, because he instead of buying the whole cue, he had already had the.
Just get the extra shaft and swap him out. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Well, I'd have to say it worked out for him. He takes the Hill Thriller here. So Matt's going to bump over to the B side. Brett's going to keep stomping through the A side.
It looks like next we'll be bringing you Brian Jones versus Jason Kokenauer.
Brian Jones was up here warming up on this table right after the players' auction. And, I mean, he got out several times in a row. So pretty excited to see him up next on the TV table.
I just want to say thank you to our sponsors, of course, On the Hill Productions, providing you all the Maryland State tournaments, 3 bar table events and 3 big table events. Next event will be June 29th. It'll be 8-ball back here at Champion Billiards. And, of course, my homeroom, Brews and Q's on the Boulevard. And Tony Manning, I know they're tuned in back at Brews and Q's watching the stream, so big thanks to Wes Hole. Manager down there streaming for everybody at Brews to watch. One of our new sponsors, Tina. She's with Remax, so buying and selling a home here in Maryland, please contact her. You can reach her direct, she said, 410-207-5993. She's doing free home evaluation, so Tina, we thank you for having on. Of course, our friend Bill Hill and Money Shot Out Billiards. Join the mob. He's doing Q Repair, accessories, clothing. He's in Hanover, PA, but servicing all of Central Maryland. So reach out to Bill Hill. And, of course, one of my great friends and a friend of yours, Rayman's Pro Shop. Of course, Raymond's been around for a long time. Pro Shop down at Diamond Billiards in Midlothian. So if you're in there, swing by. He does all type of Q repair. You can check him out at Raymond's Pro Shop right on Facebook. And, of course, the Billiard Diary here from Baltimore City Q's and Jay Wilkinson. Speaking of Baltimore City Q's, they're directly in Champions here. So if you need some Q repair, we have George Lowry in here doing some Q repair. So you can stop by and check them out. And, of course, Lights Out Billiards Apparel. You can go to the site now, use MD State 20, save 20% off your entire order through Sunday at midnight. So we'll be bringing you Brian Jones, and Jason Kokenauer in just a few moments. So hang tight, guys, and we'll be right back. Just moments away, guys. We'll be bringing you Jason Kokenauer and Brian Ring Game Specialist Jones.
We're ready when you guys are. Lag from the other side if you can. Alrighty, guys. Looks like we're ready to get the next match on the road. You're watching the Billiard Sports Network, and you're listening to Josh Setterfield and Jake Lawson in the booth. I'm pretty excited for this match. I've never seen Jason play. Have you had a chance to see Jason play yet?
I've played Jason Kokenauer several times in PA. He's from Pennsylvania, and so is Brian Jones. And Kokenauer will win the lag, so he'll be breaking first. So Jason, very good player. We've had some battles back and forth. There was a few times there during the Maryland State events that we called each other in the first round every single time.
Oh, yeah?
And one of my most memorable matches against Jason Kokenauer is we played at the one of the PA state titles. And we were playing 9-ball on the spot, and I broke the 9-ball rack and made 6 balls on the break, and I couldn't see a shot to get out.
Well, speaking of making balls on the break, he throws the cue ball in the side pocket here.
Yeah, he's obviously the break is going to be very important for all of these guys, especially if they're going to go all the way and grab the title. So throughout the day and tomorrow, they're going to have to dial in their break. So Brian, I kind of made a joke about him being the ring game specialist earlier, but he is not afraid to ride the 9. So he looked at it first to see if it would go, and elected not to play it. But if it's remotely close, we can look forward to him taking a shot at it.
Well, this worked out pretty good for him. It was pretty risky the way it unfolded, but turned out great.
Looks like he's almost straight in. Yep, he was. And he's making quick work at it, so I just want to make sure he gets off the rail and gets over towards the middle. Oh, spoke too soon.
Well, ball in hand was gifted to him, and now Jason is returned with a good
This is what
gift.
we see, Josh, a lot with some players that shoot a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's one thing to find your stroke and to get into that rhythm.
Watch out. Here we go. He
Wow.
didn't want the gift. He just didn't want it.
Yeah, it's 2 back-to-back mistakes by each player.
Now, what I'm noticing is most of the positions that are missed so far on the TV table have been over-rolled positions.
Yeah.
And so it's just something to keep an eye on as we go throughout the day. And, humidity always changes as you have, the entire room packed wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder, and everybody breathing. And, it even looked like it might rain outside earlier today. It was all cloudy. So curious to see if the table conditions change noticeably throughout the day. Brian sighs just a little bit because he left himself a little bit of a stretcher. He just swapped to left-handed here. He was drilling these in warm-up, so didn't really see that being a problem at all. So Brian's going to take the first rack. After a lot of back and forth there, ball in hand off the break, and then the missed 5 ball in the corner, and then ball in hand again, going back to Brian. So,
And we've been here enough times, Josh, that one of the things that we've noticed over time is that these tables, while the pockets are very large, let's call it like it is, they are buckets. The table does move very fast, especially the TV table here.
yeah, they're making the ball most of the time. Just rolling too far.
One of the good things, though, is they've upgraded the light here on the TV table to the light system light. So it's a trial run for them. And it really has helped out because there's very little shadows here.
Table 6. Please pick up your score sheet and start your match.
So we get a ball down on the break here. Looks like the 5 ball.
He's got the orange ball, 5 ball down.
Are you playing the combo here, or are you banking this? Looks like he's going for the carom.
Yeah. I don't think I like that shot unless he can get out, and he did.
Yeah, I saw him throwing some top on that. So this he's got a little back cut here.
Yeah, the good thing though is if he wants, he can back cut this 2 ball all the way up in the corner, and just draw his cue ball over to the rail, so he has position on the 3.
Hit it perfect.
So now it's pretty elementary. Just play a little stop shot here on the 6.
Look, he slowed down a little bit, took his time here.
Yeah, and that's important too, and that's what I was alluding to earlier. Some of these players are just shooting fast versus getting in stroke. What we've seen from some of the top level pros is they've slowed down their their swing a little bit, and have that slight pause, and it's proven to be effective. So he does need to slow down a little bit. But
Yeah, there's seems to be a pretty key difference. It's a fine line, though, but there is a difference between playing fast and loose and rushing. And we've seen several rush shots that have cost people the rack today already, even just a couple matches in.
But he did make short work of that rack, and he leads 2-0 over Kokenauer. So alternating breaks format. Kokenauer to break here. Oh, and he blows the cue ball right off the table.
That's 2 scratches in a row on the break for Jason here.
And look at this 2-9. Doesn't set up.
He was
quite
talking
nice.
to it. He was telling that 2 ball to slow down, and it just didn't listen. I wonder if that 2 slides by the 9 or if he's going to. That 2 does not go by the 9, so we might be seeing the 9 ball get some early movement.
I mean, if he really gets the right angle, he could play into the 9 and try to make it.
The angle that's there, he could. Oh wow, he might be swinging at the 9 now.
No way.
I think he's taking a 2-way shot here.
He was trying it.
Yep,
Oh, wow.
he went for the 2-way.
What did I tell you?
9 ball moving.
We'll save that replay, and we'll show you that one again.
Table 7. Derek Daya, Brandon Shuff.
He'll appreciate being able to
Start your match.
cheese that 9 ball in.
Steve Fleming, table 13. Kevin Ping, Steve Fleming, table 13.
I mean, hey, it's not like Jason wasn't warned going into it that was going to be a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
It got called out during the players' auction. It was pretty funny.
Well, and these guys have come from around the same area, so this is not the first time that they've played each other.
So the early 9 ball is going to give Brian a very quick 3-rack lead here and breaking. He's in a pretty good position here. Alternating break, rack your own format.
Big break there by Brian Jones. And he puts him right on the back side of the 7. What a safety there. So he's got Kokenauer right up against the 7 ball here. So he's trying to find an angle here. He's going to try to go 2 rails and clip the 2.
Cue ball hopped up a little bit. He didn't. He got the angle, but he didn't level his cue out.
And it's interesting, Josh, because every time you're that close to the rail, and because of the way he was cueing on top, the cue ball is naturally going to hop off the rail. So it's very tough to control the angle and the speed from that point. So he was in a tough position based off where the ball was at anyway. So
It's good speed here. See Brian switch left-handed here. Looking pretty comfortable, shooting ambidextrous.
yeah, and everything's laid out real nice here for him, Josh.
Yeah, this is looking good. He might be up to a quick 4-0 lead here.
Yeah, it doesn't have to do much here with the 6 ball. He can just he can slow roll this up if he wants. He hit a little firm, but he can just slide draw this down to the rail now. He just hit it high, had a nice angle, good shot. So not much to do here, Josh. 8 ball in the corner, a little stop if he wants.
Well, he was shooting just like this during warm-up.
He typically does play fast. I've played Brian. I don't think Brian and I have. We played one time in a match before. Lots of ring games we've played together, and he does play fast pace. So of course, Kokenauer is going to have to dial in the break here. really pay attention to the mistakes if he wants to get back in this match.
Yeah, he sure dug himself a pretty deep hole very fast.
Brian Jones, of course, over halfway there so far. Ball down on a break for Kokenauer.
3 balls down there on the bottom short rail. It's going to be the only ball that the position's going to be tight with, I should say.
Yeah, he's got to be.
He's got to decide how he wants to get to this 2 ball here.
I think you just draw it back and try to play the 2 on the side.
That's exactly what he did. He hit the outside of that pocket a little bit.
But now he's going to have to draw back here off the rail. Perfect.
Maurice King, Chris Wilburn, table 9. Maurice King, Chris Wilburn, table 9.
Kokenauer is starting to settle back in here now. After the big lead by Brian Jones. So he's got an angle here on the 7. He needs to come in line good on the 8 ball.
Side pocket.
Yeah, he's flirting with it, but he gets there.
It's a good stroke there.
Yeah, nice solid stroke. He needed this rack, Josh, to get his confidence back up after those few mistakes early on. So he'll get on the board here. Brian Jones still leads 4-1 over Jason Kokenauer.
Yeah, he's going to need some favors to get himself a fighting chance here. Down 3 racks and alternating break, and the way Brian is playing, he is not going to make it easy on Jason. One ball barely missed the side pocket there. So Jason has a chance to steal one. Opening shot is not an easy one here. Cue ball frozen on, or almost frozen on the rail there. And a funny angle on the 1 ball here. So you can see his options are pretty tough here.
Sends it up.
Yeah, he was aiming for the cluster of balls there, the 2, 8, 4, to be some blockers, and he just put a little bit too much heat on that 1 ball, blasted right through there, didn't contact anything. Yeah. He might have been able to get a roll if he ran into one of those. Looks like this is gonna turn out okay.
Yeah, good thing you didn't make the ball, Josh, because you'd have been stuck there behind the 4. A lot of work here.
Scratch him.
Scratch there by Brian Jones.
So this is one of the few favors that Jason's going to need from Brian to stay in this match here. So he's getting his opportunities. at this. He might get some love from the 4-ball here. It looks like there's just the edge of that 4 blocking the 3-ball here, but these pockets are playing big. He might be able to ride the rail. Oh, I was just kidding. He got right around that ball. He hit the other side of the pocket.
Yeah, went right in. So good shot there by Brian. He's just got to slide over here for the 5. So he's got the orange 5 there, 6, green 6 on the other side.
He's got a good angle.
Yeah, just got a good angle. He doesn't have to go back with this. He needs to go forward here. So a little touch of inside and come up 2, maybe 3 rails. He's got to be careful.
Watch out. Yeah, he stroked the fire out of that ball.
Wow.
Gets fortunate. Gets fortunate. Like we said, all the positional mistakes have been over-rolling, so we saw Brian put too much power on that 1 ball earlier.
Look at this, Josh. He nudges the 9, and now he's got a very tough shot here on the 7 ball.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the bank is optional or is open, so he's going to have to run this up table or bank for the corner.
He plays safe, tries to get him under the 9.
Not a bad decision there.
It looks like both balls are going to leak out just a little bit. Oh, you can see the whole 7.
The banks might be open. Just going to leave him tough, but he didn't safe him. If he makes a 7 ball, the 8 ball is just right there for the side pocket too, so all he has to do is not do something catastrophic. He's good.
Yeah, it was actually a poor executed save, but
Steve Johnson, Brett Stottlemyre, table 14. Steve Johnson, Brett Stottlemyre,
And Brian's
table
going to leave
14.
Jason a
Please pick up your score sheets and
decent
start
opportunity
your
here. He's got a
matches.
back
Thank
cut
you.
on the 7. Run this ball up table here. Rubs the rail just a little bit, but she's going to fall down with no problem.
yeah, it was a very good shot there by Brian.
You can just let this ball roll forward a couple inches, just like that. Good deal. So
Coke
Jason,
now, yeah, gets back in it, doesn't he?
yeah, he's trying.
He needed that.
I mean, we're about to see the critical part of whether or not he's going to be able to stay in this match. I mean, there's no question. If the break does not start working for him, he is fighting a very tall uphill battle. So far, his breaks have not gone in his favor at all. We have 2 scratches and a dry break.
Yeah, at least he's actually fortunate to be in this match still, only down by 2. So if he can get a good break here and put something together, he'll be in striking distance.
One ball on the side.
Yep.
Will he see the 2 ball? The 3 and the 8. Say no bueno.
Yeah, just
Cue ball still spinning. Look at it go.
yeah, he's not really controlling the cue ball, Josh, on his break, and you can tell he's got a lot of spin on it. He's not trying to squat it, so when that happens, you know, sometimes you're not gonna get a look on the next shot. Here, he could push if he wants, and that's what he might do. He's just gonna put the 9 right in the hole.
That's not a bad call, knowing that that's going to be part of Brian's tactic there.
But now he looks like he's going to have a little bit of a lane there for the 2 ball. But he'll have some difficulty getting back to the 3. He doesn't like it. He knows it's going to be tough, so he's going to go ahead and give the push back to Kokenauer. So now he'll be forced to deal with the shot. Out of some of the pros that we have here today, we have Matt Krall playing. Brandon Schuff, who was here earlier on the stream. Sean Wilkie, local boy here from Havre Grace, Maryland. He's playing today. We have lots of top level amateurs here as well.
Look at this shot. How'd he hit it?
Oh, he hit it good.
Man.
Gets perfect position, and this is exactly what he needed, Josh. So he's got good shape here on the 3, but now he's just got to find a pocket here for the 4.
He might be able to like stun draw or just one rail out around the 4 here. Looks like he's going to go around it. Yep.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Whoa, you don't want to get stuck behind this 8 ball, Josh.
Oh, man.
Oh, he just hit it so hard.
And there
just
it is
another
again.
thing
Just
going
the
wrong.
overroll. The overroll.
So he's going to be going to the air here.
And there's so much potential for a scratch there if he tries to make it when he jumps. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, clips the 4. Not an easy shot here for Brian.
With where the 5 lays, if he wants to cut this in, I mean, he's got room for the table to run around. And things are looking good.
Cuts it in. Comes all the way back up table for the 5 and makes a good shot. Rolls down for the 6. He's got this
Brad
green
Grasso, Curtis
6.
Branker, table 3. Brad Grasso, Curtis Branker,
Rolls up,
table
leaves
3.
himself a slight angle
Please
there
pick
for
up
the
your
7.
score sheets and start your match. Thank you.
Which is what he needs just to get down for the 8.
And I like the way he left this.
Yeah, nice angle here to come right down into the 9 ball. Just overrolls position again, so the speed is coming into play here early at the Maryland State.
Now, I wonder if it is that the table surface itself is playing fast or if it's that the rails are a little bit more springy. And so they're getting more bounce off the rail than what they're anticipating.
Yeah, I think with these gold crowns, I think what we're seeing is a little bit of both there, Josh. I think the rails are a little springy and the table is playing a little fast. But Brian is able to cut the 9 ball in, so he'll lead 5-2 now over Jason. So slipping away here for Kokenauer. If he's going to make his move, this is the time to do it. Another big break by Brian. Going to come up dry barely. 1 ball hanging in the pocket. Buddy Chip Klein. Chip Klein is in the house. He moves on over Matt Radin 7-4.
Put a good stroke on that ball. Almost gets by the 8. Got a carom on the 7. You might be able to play here.
Yeah. I think you got to play safe here, though. He was trying to get the cue ball under the 6 and just...
Yeah, he left that side pocket open, and you got the 4 ball up table there. It's hard to see the angle, but he can probably just force follow this through.
So Chip Klein playing back in the tournament. There's been some discussion about Chip on the old interwebs. Chip has trained several professional players like Karen Core, and he's currently working with James Aranis, and he is what I consider to be one of the most prolific scientists of the game.
Really?
He knows so much about the physics of the game. It would make you really question everything that you ever thought you were doing. And it works too, so.
Ooh.
Wow, Jason's not going to get it done like that.
There was a little bit of body movement there. He was standing right in front of where we're sitting, and I saw his whole body move before contact.
Scott Haas moves on. If anybody's rooting on Scott Haas, he won his match 7-2.
Okay, on table 12, Josh Setterfield. JT, table 12.
So Josh is going to get called away for his match. So good luck to you there, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Get up and stretch the legs a little bit. Looks like Brian's probably going to be making it to the hill. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to leave you with my partner Jake Lawson in the booth, and I will be back shortly.
So Brian Jones will extend his lead to 6-2. Wing ball down. So Kokenauer here with a thin cut shot on the one, and it just hangs up on him. Brian Jones makes the one, draws back. You can see him just pointing at the table to hold up on the 2-ball. Doesn't get all the way down there for the 4. Much he could do there, leaves a little window there for Kokenauer. So 4-ball down. High ball slides up here for the 6. Well, it just depends on what he fancies here. Obviously, ideally, he'd like to be above the 7. He's got to be careful of the, oh, and he just miscues. Huge, huge mistake by Kokenauer. I think he should have just rolled the 6 to the rail. And now Brian is able to get the perfect angle to get up for the 7. This looks like to be the nail in the coffin. This will be for the win. And Brian Jones, 7-2 winner over Jason Kokenauer. Thanks for joining in. BSN, the Billiard Sports Network. We'll be bringing your next match up shortly. Stay tuned. Please don't forget to share the stream. We keep the stream free for everyone, so if you're enjoying, please donate. You can donate at PayPal, sales at bsncoverage.com. Don't forget, we're streaming live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, so you can pick your poison, full HD over there on Twitch, and we will bring you the next match momentarily. Stay tuned. Next match goes live on the TV table. It's going to be Lloyd Billiard versus Jack Hennessy. Race to 7 here at the Maryland State 9-ball championships. Brought to you by McDermott Cues. And of course, we are out here in lovely Frederick, Maryland at Champion Billiards. You're tuned in to BSN, the Billiard Sports Network. I'm Jake Lawson. If you guys are tuning in, please hit the share button and share the stream. Feel free to drop some comments in there. Where's everybody hailing from? I'd like to know where everybody's watching. So Jack Hennessy's just going to hit a few balls here on the TV table to warm up. And then we will be bringing you all the action. Of course, Lloyd Billiard, the second half of On the Hill Productions. Of course, Rick Scarlato, the other, and tournament director. So a big shout out to them. Had a successful last year of Maryland State events. And again, another successful start. We've already had the Maryland State 9-ball champion bar table championships at Brews and Cues. And your winner, Brandon Sluzales, beat Sean Wilkie and James Ronis And if anybody tuned into that, it was just a absolutely phenomenal play by Brandon that day. Really had his break dialed in. So he'll try to capture the Maryland State title here on the big table. Of course, he'll have to fend off the likes of Brandon Schuff, Matt Kroll, and Sean Wilkie. So just like to give a shout out to our sponsors, On the Hill Productions, of course, holding all the Maryland State events. Next event's going to be Big Table 8 Ball here at Champion Billiards. So that'll be June 29th through the 30th. And of course, Tina Marinelli from Remax. She's got 17 years of experience. So she does residential, commercial, new construction, and land development. So she has some investment opportunities. She said you can reach out to her direct at 410-207-5993. And big shout out to Bill Hill and Money Shot Out Billiards. Join the mob. Of course, doing all types of cue repairs and accessories up there in Hanover and Central Maryland. And my good friend Raymond Walters at Raymond's Pro Shop down there in Midlothian. His shop is Inside Diamond Billiards. So if you're in the area, check him out. Great guy. He's been around the sport for a long time. One of my personal sponsors. So thank you, Raymond. And of course, big shout out to Baltimore City Cues. Jay and Peggy Wilkinson have been big supporters of the stream. So now we're set for the lag. Lloyd Boyard and Jack Hennessy. And we'll see who gets there. Oh, that's close. Looks like Jack got it just by a hair. So he will be breaking first. So not super familiar with Jack Hennessy. Of course, Lloyd, we always like to call him the undercover hustler because he definitely can play when he gets in dead stroke. He is a force to be reckoned with. We've seen that at the Maryland State just a few months ago at Brews and Cues. So we'll get a good look here at Jack Hennessy. So other scores around the tournament are Klepper 7-6 over R.J. Musser, and the Russian Kenny Rutman over Nunu 7-0. So Jack's going to have a ball down here on the break. Looks like he's got the 7 ball down, so he had a look at the one, but he tried to play the combo. Came up a little short there on making it, but he hooked Loy behind the 8 ball, so Loy's going to be kicking at the 1 ball here. So, of course, if he wants to try to make the 1 to get position on the 2, he can kick, but he doesn't want to leave it wide open. So, looks like he'll kick off the short rail here, send the 1 ball down, try to leave the cue ball in a position, but he doesn't get there. And he's going to leave a shot here for Jack. So Jack will have a shot on the 1 going past the 3 ball, the red 3. He'll have to draw back for position on the 2. Overhits it. Pots the 1 ball, but just a little overstroked it there. So he'll have a look at the 2 ball. It's going to be a little bit of a stretch here if he wants to reach over the table. Jack a tall guy though, so he'll look to play safe. Brings the cue ball all the way down table, hit it a little hard. Looked like he was trying to send it under the 4. So he will give Loy a shot here at the 2 ball. So Loy's looking just to pocket the 2 ball here. And he does. It's good position, slides over here for the 3. Slight angle here to get back to the 4. So we'll see if he's got enough angle to go forward. If not, he's going to have to draw back off the rail. And it looks like he's going a little inside here. Oh, he tried to go rail first. Ends up missing a 3, so Jack will be back at the table. So Jack will have a good angle here now. Oh, he bumps the 9. Fortunate enough, though, he can still see the 4. So he's left himself a bank.
All right. What's that?
Of course, 9-ball Texas Express, he doesn't have to call his pocket. But he's going to take a look. He's trying to see if the 4 goes by the 5, which from this view we can see it does. So if he wants to attack it, he can. And he's going to scratch. And he made the 9 inadvertently. So the 9's going to come back up. He'll spot. Loy will have ball in hand. Of course, the 4 ball here. He just needs to come down here. 2 rails into position on the 5. So gets good shape. Doesn't have to do much here. Just pocket the 5 ball, let the cue ball go out to the rail. Oh man, he needed to slow up there. He didn't want to come all the way over there. Overrolls his position. Still has a thin cut here on the 6. And he'll be going right at the 9. So it's possible to make both here. He makes a good shot there on the 6 ball. Has good shape on the 8. Slight angle, he can just go forward and come down here. Nice delicate shot there by Loy. he'll strike first. Lloyd Billiard up 1-0, and he'll be breaking. So if you guys are just tuning in, please share the stream. You're watching the McDermott Maryland State 9-Ball Championship out here at Champion Billiards of Frederick. You're tuned in to BSN, the Billiard Sports Network. I'm Jake Lawson. We're bringing you live coverage all weekend long, all the way to the end until we crown our state champion. Alternate break format here at the Maryland State. So Lloyd Billiard to break. Leads 1-0. Just misses the wing ball. And Lloyd's going to come up dry. So Jack will be back at the table. So he'll have a shot here on the one. Tempting 9-ball sitting down there. Very tough shot. Let's see if he tries to go for it. He does not. I think he was in between decisions there because he missed the one ball altogether. So big mistake there by Jack. A little TV table nerves, perhaps. Always got a cut here on the 3-ball. You just come up table and around to play the 2 on the side. Very good shot. Needs to pot the 2-ball and get on the red 3. So good shot there. Now he's in great position here to play a fairly easy 4-9 combo if he wanted to. And that's what he sets himself up for. Rolls just a slight too far, but should have an easy shot here. Just wants to make sure he pockets the ball. And there you have it. Always able to get that break. So he'll lead 2-0. Jack back at the table. Thanks for everybody who's joining in all over the United States and all over the world. Got some fans here from Germany, so appreciate your support in the stream. Best way you can do is hit that share button. Let everybody else check out all the action here. Looks like the 2-ball's going to go down, so Jack's going to make a ball on the break.
Michael Hogue-Rennie, Kyle Friedenberger. Michael Hogue-Rennie, Friedenberger, table 11.
And guys, we always keep the stream free for all our viewers, so if you can make a small donation, any donation amount is fine. It's PayPal, sales at bsncoverage.com. If you're on Twitch, you can hit the donate button. Every little bit helps and helps keep the stream free for you guys. So thanks for watching. Jack pockets the 8 and leaves himself a look on the 1. But, man, he just overspun the ball. And now he leaves a difficult shot for Lloyd, so he'll be playing safe here. He's going to roll up right behind the 3-ball. That's where he was trying to get to. And that 1-ball keeps on rolling. So Jack will have a shot at it, but the red 3 is tied up with the brown 7. And the green 6 is also tied up with the 9-ball. So Either player here is going to have to try to manufacture some run-out shots by breaking these balls out. So Jack's a little straight here on the one. He goes rail first and breaks out the 6-9. So 3-ball still tied up here. He should be playing a safe here on the 3. He tries to make it, and what a great shot there. Perfect position on the 4. Risky shot. It paid off for him. Doesn't want to overroll this. Just holds up for him. So he has the 5 ball and just roll down a little bit. Leave himself an angle on the 6 to get back to the 7. So a little center ball English center ball hit here on the 6. Let the cue ball drift up. Perfect. It's got a little bit of an angle here, but that's okay. You see a little stun draw here. Just bring the cue ball back down for the 9. And he went way too far. I like to stun it or go further, but he'll be okay here. Oh, and no. After we just thought that he was going to get back in the stroke, he was looking good there. He hangs the 9 ball up. Unforced error, just rushed it. And we see him overspin another shot. And leaves an easy 9 for Loy. So he concedes that. So Loy leads 3-0 against Jack. And he will be breaking. Just misses the one in the side. It looks like Loy will come up dry here on this break. But Jack won't have a shot at the 1. He won't be able to see it. So he can elect to push here if he likes. Of course, if you're a novice here, you can push after the break. You can hit anywhere you want on the table. But he doesn't call a push, and he plays safety on the 1. So Loy will have to shoot this. I don't see Loy jumping very often, so it looks like he'll kick at this ball. And he just missed it. So he'll allow Jack to come back to the table after his safety. And Jack has got to get something started here. Down 3-0 to Loy. We saw just moments ago he hung a 9 ball in the corner, so he's got to let that go. Try to dial himself back in to get back into this match. Pots the 1 ball on the side, leaves himself a shot on the 2. So really just needs to just draw on this 2, come off the rail, play the 3 right in the same pocket. He gets there pretty good. It's got an angle still here, so he doesn't have to do much. He just wants to come off the bottom rail over to the side rail for the 4, and he overruns it. Overruns it just a tad. I think he's okay. So he'll just put a little draw here. Slide back over for the 5. That's a good shot there. 6 ball on the side. If he wants, he'll just go forward. Touch of inside. Oh, and he just overhit it. So a lot of times you'll see this happen. Certainly it's happened with me in the past, and you see a lot of times players do it. The more inside and the faster you hit the cue ball, more throw you're going to get. So you can see there that he just hit it a little too fast, and that's why I threw it to the rail and he missed it. So when you're using that touch of inside, that TOI, is C.J. Wiley calls it, slower speeds is actually better to get the maximum play off of that and not miss the ball. So he just needed to come back out to play the 6 in the side and just overthrows it a little bit. Of course, Lloyd tries to bank 3 and misses it, so Jack will get another shot here. So 6 ball by the side. Just left himself on the rail. So see if he goes forward with this, which he does. I almost like going all the way to the rail there on that shot because of the way that he had the angle. He could come off the rail. He got at least a little bit closer on the 7. So now he's got a lot of work to do. Of course, black 8 ball sitting up here, top left rail. And 7 ball down there. So in order to get there, he's really going to have to hit this with a little bit of speed and spin, which is dangerous, as you know. So you can see him queued up there. Oh, no. Clips the 9 ball and scratches right in the side. He needed to get by the 9 and hit the rail and that diamond to come on the long side of the 8 ball. And he hit it good. He just got unfortunate by clipping that 9 ball. So it's going to leave an easy one here for Loy. Loy just comes straight back. Leaves himself straight in on the 9 ball. And he'll extend his lead 4-0. So Loy shooting okay, but mainly Jack has hurt himself in this match. A few costly errors getting to the 8 and the 9 ball to get out. It's allowed Lloyd to open up a 4-0 lead here. Race to 7, alternating breaks. 9 ball does not count on the break, so that spots. Everything else is Texas Express. 3-foul rule is in effect. Misses the wing ball. And Jack will break dry. Of course, as I said earlier, Loy is the second half of On the Hill Productions. They've done a great job at keeping the Maryland State Championships alive. Of course, if anybody remembers, another miss. If anybody just remembers, of course, John Moody Sr., he was holding the Maryland State Championships down at Great Slates, down in Cambridge for many years. Pool room just shut down, and Mr. Moody Sr. is enjoying retirement and playing pool. So he's given Rick the blessing to continue on with the state tournament, so we're happy about that, so thank you. So Jack pots the 1 and then misses the 2. He's going to have to settle in here because these mistakes are leaving Loy with wide open shots. Now you can see the blue 2. Red 3 is out in the open, but the 4 ball, he's going to have to make sure he gets good on that. So if he can just leave a slight angle on the 4 so that he can cut it up into the corner pocket. 5 ball is orange 5 ball sitting right there by the side. Pretty easily made from any direction. I don't think he gave himself enough room here on the 4 ball. We'll see if he did. He's shooting like he can. He just elected to play safe. Very smart shot there by Loy. He didn't have the angle, so just tries to leave it right behind the 7 and send the 4 down. He's left a kick lane here for Jack, so Jack can hit right before the pocket. Have a chance at pocketing a 4. I like going at this because of where the 5 is at. And he just hits a little thin. And he'll leave Loy another look here at the 4. Loy doesn't have a great pocket here. If he really wants to go at it, he could try to cross bank this ball back in past the 7. But he is just going to play safe. Looks like he got him there too. You see the 6 ball just in the way. There's a good shot. Some of the rest of the room. So he's got a tough shot here. Try to get to the 4 if he can see just a small slither of it, which I don't think that he can. So he may be trying to go 2 or 3 rails into this. You can see him over there where his hand is at. If he can come in there, he's probably gonna have a lot of speed and velocity here on the cue ball. He's gonna have to hit pretty far down into this rail here and just miss the 9. And he just misses the 4. So he'll give ball in hand back again to Loy. So he's got a nice little angle. He's just going to cut the 4 down here and come off the rail. Set with the 5 by the pocket. It's okay. where he landed, he can just roll this up. So smart shot there by Lloyd. Just got to go a little bit forward here. 7-ball by the pocket. 8-ball by the pocket. So if he can play this just right, he can extend his lead to 4-0.
Table 7. Please pick up your score sheet and start your match. Thank you.
So 6-ball down. Shot on the 7. So now he's got a great angle to get down here on the 9. If he wants, he can just cut this thin and let the cue ball run down. That's exactly what he does. Perfect shape on the 9. And Loy extends his lead 5-0 over Jack Hennessy.
Junick, Zach Paetzel, table 10. Junick, Zach Paetzel, table 10. Please pick up your score sheet and start your match.
You're watching BSN, the Billiard Sports Network. I'm Jake Lawson. If you're just joining us, we're already 5 racks in. This is an A-side match versus Lloyd Billiard and Jack Hennessy. Race to 7 here at the McDermott Maryland State 9-ball championship. Alternating breaks. Nice break there by Loy. Wing ball down.
Spriggs, table 4. Paul O. Nick Spriggs, table 4. Please pick up your score sheet and start your match.
Oh, nice effort there by Jack. Makes a good hit on the 2, almost pockets the ball. So Loy will be back at the table, trying to extend his lead. He's himself a shot on the purple 4. Again, the orange 5 back out in the middle of the table. Way over draws the ball. So we've definitely seen some players here have some issues with the speed of the table so far.
James Donahue, Anthony Manning, table 14. James Donahue and Tony Manning, table 14. Please pick up your score sheet and start your match.
Just a miss there by Loy. Got out of position there, tried to back cut it so he could get back for the 6, and just didn't get there. So he's going to leave Jack a shot. So far, we haven't been able to see Jack capitalize on any of the misses by Loy. So let's see if he can finish out this rack, and just misses again. Another miss by Jack Hennessy. He's making it very easy for Loy here. Very thin cut. Doesn't get great position here on the 7. Let's see if he wants to attack it. The 8 ball's close to the side.
Report to table 10. Zach Patel, report to table 10.
So if he wants to, he can hit this with outside, a little tad bit outside English, and let this cue ball fly a little bit. So that he goes basically 4 rails. Oh, he went the other way. I like to go on. I like sending it into the 1-2 rails, back up to the 3rd, 4th, and come back out to the middle of the table. And he just tried to go straight back up with it and overspun the ball.
New and Eric Lyons, table 6. New Eric Lyons, table 6. Please pick up your score sheet and start your match.
So Jack's at the table here. He's got an opportunity to get on the board. He gets perfect shape back here on the 9. And he says, hey, I'm on the board, so. Jack will get one. Some updates from around the tournament. Jay Ball over Ramashah, 7-4. Randy Apple Pie Davis, 7-2 over Robert White. Brett Stottlemyre, he wins his second match, 7-1. B. Shuff, 7-3 over Derek Dea. So Shuff continuing on the winner's side. And Wittenberg over Dietzenbach. Hill, 7-6.
Table 3, please come get your score sheet.
Steve Fleming wins 7-3 over K. Ping. Paul Kogel 7-3 over Bethany Sykes. And Andrew 2 7-4 over Jerry Muhammad. So if you guys are following it, you go on the Hill Facebook page, and if you go there, you can check out the brackets there and follow along. So 8 ball down for Hennessy. I'm not quite sure what his intentions were there with that shot. I'll leave a cut shot here for Loy on the 1 ball, so he just needs to come back around for the 2. Great shot there by Loy. Pockets the ball, comes all the way around, has a shot here on the 2 ball. So this is a non-handicapped event here. Race to 7. And this ball is just going to trickle right into the side pocket. So he's going to give Jack Hennessy, ball in hand, continued issues with the speed and the springiness of the rails here today at Champions in Frederick. So it's an open tournament here. Anybody can play, of course. We do have some pros in the house. Brandon Schuff and Sean Wilkie and Matt Craw. We were supposed to have Ruslan Chenohoff and James Dodung Diamond Aranis, but Aranis is in Texas and Ruslan is still in Europe. So big forgiving pockets there for Jack. Pockets a 6 ball, leaves himself a little tough, rolled it a little too far. But he'll have the cut shot there in the corner, so he's just gonna play the 7, let the cue ball go over to the rail, and he just butchers it again. So he'll leave a shot there for Loy on the 7 ball. All Loy has to worry about here is pocketing this ball. Tough little shot here on the rail. Ideally, he'd like to draw this ball over. Not sure if he has the angle to go through it. And he had the perfect bread and butter shot to get back for the 9. And Loy will extend his lead. He'll reach the hill first, 6-1. You're watching BSN, the Billiard Sports Network. We're live here in Frederick, Maryland at Champion Billiards. Bringing you live coverage all weekend of the Maryland State 9-Ball Championship, sponsored by McDermott Cues. There's a big thank you to all of our sponsors for sponsoring the stream. Appreciate your continued support. And Loy to break here on the hill. See if he can get something going here. Dry break again. So he will have to wait. So we've seen Jack make some fairly good shots until he gets to the end and just can't seem to close it out. So if he's got any hopes of staying in this match, he's going to need to win this one. So the balls are wide open here for him. A little bit of trouble here from the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tries a slow roll in the 2 ball. Of course, that cost him a little bit on the leave here, so he's going to bank the 3, it looks like. Comes up dry. But no real shot there for Loy. He's not going to want to play a combo there.
Yeah, that's about what I feel like I slept last night. Why do we stay here so late?
So you might see a safety here coming from Loy. He tried to force it past there. So again, another shot here at Jack Hennessy. And as you see, the purple 4-ball nestled near the 9-ball. So if he can make this 3 and get the right angle, which it looks like he's got here. I'd like to have been a little bit further over, I think, but certainly a makeable shot. He's down 6-1. So I think he'll take a flyer at this. And there you have it. Jack Hennessy makes a good shot there on the combo. So he'll add another one to the board. Loy still leads 6-2. He's on the hill. Pun intended.
Lance Tolson, please come to the tournament desk. Lance Tolson. You know, they're around the bend. Exactly. I have a big mouth, but not one on the back. I know. I could probably do it better just yelling.
Jack Hennessy to break.
Lance Tolson, table
8-ball
3.
just misses.
Lance Tolson, table 3. Please report to your match. In 2 minutes, you'll be on the clock.
Loy here getting to work. He's got the 3-ball. He's got a lead there. He tries to just bump the 4-ball off the rail. He's unable to do so. So he just nips it, trying to make a hard shot.